As the votes continue to be tallied in Afghanistan, it is still not known if incumbent President Hamid Karzai will win outright or face a second round against the probable runner-up, former Foreign Minister Abdullah Abdullah. But amidst the vote counting, the rising claims of fraud are clouding the election. The number of fraud claims have doubled since the August 20th vote, and resolving them could even delay the announcement of official results. Some Afghan experts in Washington say all this is raising questions about the credibility of election, which they consider crucial. The experts describe it as the last chance for the international community to put the country onto a democratic path. Bruce Riedel at the Brookings Institution advises the Obama administration on Afghanistan.
That this really is the last chance. We've had 3 chances to get it right in Afghanistan. We've blown the previous 2 in the 1990s and after 2001.
Riedel and others say if the Afghan government is considered illegitimate, there will be repercussions for NATO and on neighboring Pakistan.
And that will reinforce their deeply held belief that we're going to cut and run in Afghanistan sometime in the next 2 or 3 years, and all they need to do is wait us out, and then their Taliban friends will be able to take over at least half of the country.
But for a long-term success in Afghanistan, the U.S. must focus on creating legitimate government institutions in that country, says Kimberly Kagan of the Institute for the Study of War. She says the coalition forces can help with that.
The issue is that I think, as we saw in Iraq, sometimes coalition forces need to fill in when the indigenous government is not ready to perform all of the functions of building the state.
Restoring the Afghan people's faith in their government by defeating the insurgency is another key element, according to analysts. Kagan says one way to do this is to focus on small-scale economic projects to help alleviate poverty.
We really need to think about how to use the military resources in order to create the immediate conditions for defeating the insurgency.
Bruce Riedel agrees. He says it is crucial because the Obama administration inherited an under-resourced war and now faces the difficult task of convincing the American people that its counter-insurgency strategy is working.
This situation has deteriorated so far that there are really only 2 questions now. Can it be stabilized with any amount of resources, or is it just too little, too late?
Experts say the outcome of the elections will provide the answer to those questions. If the 2 leading candidates get less than 50% of the votes, there are 2 scenarios. Either the 2 men will cut a deal to share power, or there will be a second-round election. The experts say a runoff will provide credibility to the faltering democratic process in Afghanistan and will also demonstrate that the counter-insurgency strategy of the Obama administration is working. Ravi, Khanna, VOA News, Washington.